All right, let's talk about the IELTS reading section. It's tough, right? Especially that clock ticking down. Well, today we are going to completely change how you approach it. We're going to build a strategy that helps you beat that clock and find answers fast. So let's dive in.
You know that feeling, right? You're deep into a passage, you look up at the clock end, panic sets in. That sinking feeling in your stomach that you're just not going to finish. Yeah, pretty much everyone's been there. But listen, it really doesn't have to be that way.
I mean, just look at the numbers. 40 questions, 60 minutes. That's it. It breaks down to, 90 seconds a question, and that includes reading these long, sometimes really dense academic passages. It's not just a test, it's a sprint. So, where do people mess up? Honestly, it's usually one single thing. They treat it like they're reading a novel on a Sunday afternoon. They start at the very first word and just read, word for word. Let me be super clear. This is the fastest way to fail the reading section. If you try to read and understand everything, I promise you, you will run out of time. Guaranteed. Okay, so how do we fix it? We need a whole new mindset. Let's call it the 2 gears strategy. Think of it like shifting gears in a car. This isn't about simply reading faster, not at all. It's about reading smarter, about knowing exactly how to find those answers and get those points.
So here are our 2 gears. You've got skimming, that's for getting the general vibe, the main idea. And then you have scanning, which is like a laser-focused search for specific details. They do totally different things. The secret sauce, the real magic, is knowing when to be in which gear.
All right, let's break down gear 1, skimming. And this is really important, so listen close. The goal here is not to understand the text. I'm going to say that again because it's so key. You are not trying to understand it. All you're doing is creating a mental map. That's it. Just figuring out the layout so you know where to go back to later.
And here's the rule you have to live by. 2 minutes. That's it. An absolute maximum of 2 minutes to skim an entire passage. Seriously, you have to be ruthless with yourself here. This is not a gentle stroll through the text. It's a lightning-fast survey. When you practice, literally set a timer. It'll force you to stay on track and not get sucked into the details.
Okay, 2 minutes. Sounds impossible, right? It's not if you follow this recipe. Step 1, read the title and any subheadings. Bam. That gives you the big picture. Step 2, read only the first sentence of every paragraph. These topic sentences are like little summaries. And while you're doing that, just let your eyes snag on the important nouns and verbs. That's how you get the flavor of the passage without reading it. All right, mental map is done. Time to shift gears. Now we're in gear 2, scanning. This is where the hunt begins. You've read the question, you know your target. Scanning is how you go find it in that text you just mapped out. So what's the trick to scanning like a pro? It's all about finding something I like to call anchor words. These are your best friends in the reading section. Think about it. They're words that are really hard to rephrase. Names, dates, numbers, capitalized words. They stick out like a sore thumb on the page, which makes them super easy to hunt down. And the process is simple, like a search and destroy mission. First, look at the question and pick out your anchor word. Then, your eyes just sweep across the text. You're not reading, you're just looking for that one word's shape. As soon as you spot it, stop. That's when you actually read. Read that sentence, maybe the one before it, the one after it. The answer is almost always right there.
Okay, is this all making sense? If it still feels a little, theoretical, don't worry. I've got a super simple analogy that's going to make it all click into place. I want you to start thinking of every reading passage as a restaurant menu.
See how perfect that is? Skimming is when you first get the menu. You glance at it and think, okay, what have we got here? Looks like Italian food. You're just getting the general idea. But scanning, that's when you're hungry and you know exactly what you want. You want pizza. So what do? Your eyes fly across the page, ignoring the soups, ignoring the salads, until you find that one beautiful word, pizza. You don't read every description to find it, right? So when you get good at flipping between these 2 gears, skimming for the map, scanning for the treasure, it's not just a cute little trick. It's a massive strategic advantage. You stop being a victim of the test, and you start controlling it.
Okay, let's nail this down. Here's the whole game plan. 1, skim first, always. Get that mental map and do it in under 2 minutes. 2, find those anchor words in the question, then scan like a hawk to find them in the text. And 3, this is the big one, stop reading everything. Your job is not to become an expert on the topic. Your job is to find answers, period.
Okay, before we wrap up, I've got one more absolutely golden tip for you. This is something a lot of people don't realize. In the IELTS test, there is no penalty for getting an answer wrong. You don't lose points for guessing. Think about that for a second. That changes the entire game.
So what does that mean in practice? It's simple. You never, ever, ever leave a question blank. Ever. If you're stuck on a word, guess from the context. If you're completely lost on a question, just make your best educated guess. And if the clock is about to run out, just fill in something, anything, for the remaining questions. You have absolutely nothing to lose, and you just might pick up an extra pointer.
Look, once you start using this two-gear strategy, your whole relationship with the clock changes. You're not just trying to survive anymore. You're going to find you actually have time left over. Time to go back and check your work, time to really think about those tricky questions, time to walk out feeling confident. So the real question isn't, will I finish? It's, what am I going to do with all that extra time?